Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the channel. Saturday night, the night before Christmas Eve. Obviously, I've had to skew the proceedings a little bit because we got Christmas Eve tomorrow, and I doubt my wife will let me out to play tomorrow night. In fact, we'll be too busy drinking, which is exactly what I've got there. Oh, listen to that. Very nice sound. It's transparent. Isn't that funny? Hi, Jody. Good to see you in the chat. Hope you're well. There's a lot of people in, which I'm glad to see. Happy Christmas, everyone. Same to you, Rafi, my friend, and thank you for all your hard work during the year, as with everybody else that helps me in the channel. If I can ask everybody, first of all, if you can do the thumbs up, that will help with the channel. Get the live spread about and everything else. That's wonderful. And also, if you're new here, please make sure you subscribe. Mick, Merry Christmas to you and your family, Mr. Gifford. You are very welcome. Merry Christmas to you as well, my friend. And thank you for your long-term support. You have been here with me since, well, day dot, really. You're one of the first people to join the channel, and I appreciate it. And that Handy Andy's just made a comment too, so good to see you. Yeah, hopefully this will be the same kind of live we usually do. This is weird. Look, it's a green can. Amanda, happy Christmas to you. Good to see you. Thank you for joining. Wonderful. And let's see some hellos. A very excited Sharpie. I think you've got yourself in trouble, Sharpie, because you made a series of comments very quickly. You said you calmed down now, but I think you got everybody's attention there. So, yes, a bit overexcited. Gary Thornbury, Anthony P., Amy, hello to you. Hugh, Cosmic Wartoad. Yeah, lots of Sharpies in the chat. I don't know what's going on there. Gary Thornbury. Julie, hello to you. Good to see you. Is that Moorhen? Hello to you. Mark and Janice, Merry Christmas, Andy. You've been a friend throughout 2023. Thank you very much for saying that. It makes it worth, you know, all the effort doing it and everything else. It's wonderful, this group of people we got here. David Walker, hello to you. Merry Christmas. What's this? Nigel the Handyman. Hi from Highbridge, Somerset, my new home. Merry Christmas, everybody. Wonderful. I hope you're settling all right, Nigel. Merry Christmas to you as well. Yeah, Blood Nose we got in the background, helping me out as usual with everything. Rob W, Merry Christmas to you. Richie reports. All the usual people. It's great to see you. Yeah, I've had quite a busy day today. I did an airport run overnight. The last one this side of Christmas. I'm not working again until the 29th now. And then, you know, on to the new year. I had an invitation from my father earlier on this evening, and it was a case of, do you want to come for a beer? Oh, yeah, of course I do. I'm never going to pass up a beer. But I told him I had to be home by 8:30 because I had to get on here and, you know, come and have a chat with you guys a couple of days before Christmas. So very nice pub called the Minnis. You can look that up, Minnis. It's in Minnis Bay, Birchington, right on the seafront, got a sea view. And they do this wonderful beer called Whitstable Bay. It's a lager. They do a lager and a bitter, and you know, very, very nice. So and that was a good drop. And now I've ruined it with a transparent can of Carlsberg. I know exactly why this is transparent. I've just realised. What's your tipple, Andy? It's actually Carlsberg. And I've realised why it's transparent. If I hold this empty Coke can up, I don't have the same problem. Something to do with the green colour. But there we go. Anyway, let's have a look at a couple of the comments. Oh, this is an age-old debate, isn't it? Anthony P, big debate. Is Die Hard a Christmas movie? Come on, everybody, then. Let's have this. Do you think Die Hard is a Christmas movie? Give me a 1 for a yes and a 2 for a no. And let's see how we do. Retro Girl, Merry Christmas to you. So come on, yippee-ki-yay, mother, and all the rest of it. Is it a Christmas movie? Yes! Rob W, 11111111. Blood Nose has never seen Die Hard. 2, 2, 2, 1. A bit of a mixed bag there. I've seen them all. I've not seen the later one. I think there was more snow in Die Hard 2. I think Blood's turned around and says he's never seen Die Hard. You're missing out. You got to go and see it. It's a great film. I think it's either on Disney or Netflix these days, one of the two. But one of those great Christmas movies. Oh, Short Circuit. That is a classic, Stuart. Me and my sister used to love watching that back in the day. Really great viewing. That's Hume Cromwin, isn't it? And Jessica Tandy. A couple of old greats. They rest in peace. So let's get rid of that one. Julie is saying evening all to everybody. Another person that works hard in the background of the channel. Appreciate your support all the time, Julie. Thank you very much. Amy, my parents split 3 years ago, so Christmas is tricky. Mum is English, Dad is from Pakistan. He lives in the UK. Also, he is Muslim, so Christmas is odd. Oh, I bet that tears you a bit, doesn't it? What to do for the best there? That's not an easy one, and I'm sure you get through, and all the best to you, Amy. I'll leave those other couple of comments till later. I want to cover something another YouTuber did earlier. Can all of you tell me whether or not you're subscribed to Paz? Paz49, ex-army guy, because he made a bit of a cock-up this morning, and I want to cover for him. Anthony P, Flight of the Navigator, absolutely wonderful film, another one of my childhood favourites. So who's subscribed to Paz? No, I am. So a couple of you coming through that are. No, I am. Yeah, hello, Sharpie. See you've calmed down a little bit now. Yeah, so bit of a big smack. Julie, absolutely brilliant. Be right back. Need another bottle of Baileys. I know what you're doing today. Well, who's Paz? Paz is a friend of mine on YouTube. Paz49, ex-army guy, similar to me. Got an opinion, comes out and says so. That's what he's all about. Where are we? Rebellious J, £1 super chat. Thank you very much. Appreciate it very much. And that will go in the beer fund. Yes, Paz and I had a bit of a problem last month. Obviously, by nature of the fact that you're monetized on YouTube, for every video that you do, you will get an amount of money for every 1,000 views that you get on a video, and it will therefore add up over the course of time, and at the end of the month you get your money. You get what are called finalized earnings. Now, I did a video a week or two ago now where I wanted to point out that YouTube did something pretty weird with my channel. They removed a load of my earnings. And when I queried it with them, they said it was due to invalid traffic being directed at my channel. And they wouldn't explain to me any further as to what that invalid traffic was all about. They wouldn't give me any information at all. Now, earlier on, Darren Howell, thank you very much for the $1.99 super sticker. Very much appreciated. Thank you. Earlier on, Paz put this on. I royally screwed up and deleted my "so YouTube stole my money" video. Sorry. Well, I spoke to Paz and he did 2 videos, one of which he was going to delete because everybody else had already covered the subject, and he deleted the wrong one, the one about YouTube. In short, the same thing happened to him as well. They deleted a load of his money off of the finalized earnings total that he should have got at the end of the month. And he warned a few mates on YouTube, including me, and we all suffered the same thing. Now, anybody that is monetized on YouTube that is listening to this, it is a problem. And from my investigations, it's been going on for the last couple of years, where you've got YouTube or YouTubers complaining about it in various forms. And I've noticed that my income is down from YouTube, which I will be paid for December. And I think it's all about yeah, this invalid traffic bug. I think the algorithm has kicked into life and done something to try and weed out what they consider invalid traffic. I've applied a couple of fixes which I've found are supposed to help. I don't know whether they will, but we'll see. And it's not just me, it's not Paz, it is an overall problem. It really is bad. Retro Girl, YT would have taken it down anyway. Maybe true, but they didn't take my video down when I did it. Maybe my language wasn't as choice as Paz's. I have no idea. But it's the first time it's come across. I lost an amount on the pay that I'm going to get the next couple of days. My money from next month is down. So I think it's just an algorithm thing. But from what I notice, it does, peter out a little bit, but not very good. Not very good. Bar Brady, all about director's bonus. It could be. It could be. You never know. That has been suggested by some people. Let's have another turn to some of the comments. Matt Spurs, they stole money off me when they changed the rules that you had to have 1,000 subs. I think I saw you comment about that earlier, because it used to be very much easier back in the day to get monetized. From what I'm led to believe, it really was. Race to 100 likes, guys. Please smash that thumbs up and get Andy noticed. I think they've noticed me, but thank you. One of my channels, this one, has lost access to some advanced features, something to do with community guidelines. So have you been demonetized, Richie, or have they just knocked off some of your advanced features? What's actually happening there? It's good to compare notes with other creators, just to see what's going on. Mark and Janice, $9.99 super chat. Thank you very much. I appreciate it very much. And Merry Christmas to the both of you. Mr. Vulcan Bomber. Yeah, again, that's said quite a lot, isn't it? Rebellious J, £2 super chat. Merry Christmas and cheers to the beer. Appreciate it. And cheers to you. Thank you. Yes, what's happening with the transparent beer can? I don't know if people are aware, but the garage behind me, it actually has a green screen incorporated into the background. And because this can is green, I can effectively make it vanish. It's just like blocking out the green screen. So it looks a little bit weird. Rishi, I was never monetized anyway. Okay. I know some aren't or some won't, because, gives them a little bit more control over what they can and can't say. They do really get you when you are. Wesley, those smart meters are rubbish. Have one and it stops working every few weeks for my gas meter. I haven't got one yet. Don't want one, but I'm led to believe that it could get forced on us sooner or later. We will have to say. Yeah, absolutely. Well, look, case in point, silver can, green can. Mad. Yeah, I saw this, Julie. Have you seen the asylum seekers are wanting to go home for Christmas and they're getting stopped by Border Force? Yeah, they're going up to Luton, I think, and they're trying to get out of the country that way. And they are, as you say, being stopped by Border Force. It's quite funny, really. But the other option is you let them go on the basis they don't come back again. But that wouldn't be the proper thing to do, would it? It wouldn't at all. Morris's monkey, Carlsberg Pizzwater. I tend to agree with you. It's only 3 points something or other, but it means I can wet my whistle and still be coherent. If they leave the country, they can stay out. Yeah, as I was saying, Jason, it makes you wonder, doesn't it? A couple of things in the news. Somebody sent me something I will come to shortly, but a couple of things about some sillies that are going on in the news. Christmas market ruined after cycle lane split the stalls in two. So apparently, a Christmas market's atmosphere was ruined by a cycle lane running straight through the middle of it. Oxford's festival market was split into two because of the city council's refusal to temporarily close a bike path in the build up to the festive season. So, that looks like a typical Christmas market there, doesn't it? All the wonderful things with the stalls and everything else. And you can imagine bicycles just walking straight down, cycling straight down the middle of that, getting out of everybody's way. A very, very controversial subject area, which gets a lot of people talking very much. I haven't really been to any Christmas markets or a market of any kind this year. Haven't really had the opportunity. Usually we get some bits and pieces. I've been Christmas shopping with my boy, and gone out and soaked up a bit of the atmosphere. You have to, don't you? But not as much as last year. Merry Christmas to you as well, who just popped up on the screen. Right, let's go back to a couple of these comments. Good evening, Andy. It's Mark and Janice. Please comment on Donald Trump and the Colorado Supreme Court decision to stop him running for president. Has the US become a banana republic, fascist dictatorship? Well, before I came out, there was news of another state that was instructed to actively look at every way they could to stop Trump from running in that state as well. I'm sure it was California. I'm willing to be corrected if I'm wrong, but I'm sure it was California. And they are using an amendment of the American Constitution, which basically come about after the Civil War, which said anybody that was involved in an insurrection against, America or the government could not run for the office of President of the United States. That's where they're going back to. Now, you could argue in Colorado, how many people in Colorado would want to vote for Trump? So are you taking away their ability in that state to vote for somebody they might want or have a clear vote for everybody they might want on the ballot? It's not democracy, is it? You're dictating who or what people could vote for. I could see it causing a bit of grief. We'll have to see what happens in the Supreme Court, but I am watching it. We will see what goes on there. Stuart, how goes the meat hunting? Asda and Iceland were okay on dates for us. Yeah, we went back because we have a turkey crown. We don't get the full size turkey because they're just massive, and you'll be eating turkey curry well into February if you go down that road. We got a turkey crown and a joint of beef in the end, and we managed to find a couple with a reasonable date on them. Just had to dig down the back of the shelves. I had a rant about that on YouTube the other day about a problem with Tesco's. As you probably saw, because we just couldn't believe what was going on with the dates. And, it's widespread everywhere. I don't think it went down too well with a couple of people, though, that's for sure. So, but we've got everything now. All of the food, all of the prezzies and everything else. Chris Card, goose is a traditional Christmas bird in England. You know what, Chris? I have never had goose for Christmas dinner. In fact, I don't think I've ever had goose at all. It's always been turkey. Tim H, happy Christmas from Cornwall. Keep up the good work. Thank you, Tim. Good to see you. Merry Christmas to you. Appreciate it. Another £2 super chat from Rebellious J. When you get to 150,000 subs, I'll buy you a couple. Appreciate it. Thank you. Stuart Hawes, Aquaman 2 doing bad in the box office, only made $4 million. no one wants to watch something with Amber. Say her last name? Heard. Yes. Yeah, it's you can't. All of these people that have caused this controversy in their private lives, you can't just suddenly inject them back in, can you? It's crazy. 38 degrees of Neil Mowen's Democratic Rights. I hope Andy teams up with Vobes and Jeff buys cars next year. Well, I had a communication with Jeff buys cars months ago about possibly doing something. It never came to anything. But looking at him driving across the country from north to south and east to west. Hello, Sylvia Spatman. Good to see you. Merry Christmas. I do believe that he's probably got other fish to fry, so to speak. Richard Vobes, I did email him, I think last week or the week before, when he had that problem where somebody was trying to nick his van, when the old bailiffs turned up to take his van off of him. It was a really horrible thing, which really pissed me off. So I wanted to offer my support to him, but I never heard from him. So, we'll have to see. We'll have to see what 2024 brings. But I really, really want to get this channel growing again in 2024. I can do that with your help. Hi, Mum. Good to see you. And you will be with us on Christmas Day. Quite what time yet, I don't know. I've got to confirm all that. Find out when the turkey will be cooked, not the goose. But going with the idea of channel growth, all I can ask you to do is keep doing what you're doing. Make sure you're subscribed pretty much every day, because YouTube seems to be unsubscribing long-term subscribers from channels. It's not great. Share everything as much as you can. And, just keep commenting. That's what happens. And unbelievable. It's just been pointed out to me that Rebellious Jay has made 3 super chats this actual YouTube live, and I very, very much appreciate all of them. It's great for the support. Really appreciate it. 38 degrees. I will share the channel. Thank you very much. Appreciate it very much. Mick Hardstaff. Julie, where are they getting their passports from? I thought they were all dumped in the chat. That is a good point, Mick. Very good point. So are they given you papers when they get here? Did they have them anyway? And the whole idea of chucking them in the channel is a load of old crap. Who knows? We'll have to see. Cat. It's my mate Cat from Southampton. M27 services. I'm now working on the westbound side now. Promoted to assistant manager. Sat watching you with my dad, who's a big fan of you. Have a lovely Christmas. Hi, Cat's dad. Merry Christmas to you as well. Good to see you both. I'm coming down your neck of the woods at the beginning of January, but unfortunately it'll be Portsmouth. So I'm not going to make your services, but it will be probably within the next month. So if I get a chance, I'll nip in and say hi. That is for sure. Morris's monkey, God help the world if Biden gets in again. Well, all the lefties want him in again, don't they? They're all going mad for it. I think we're in a lot of trouble if he gets in again, personally. But we'll have to see what happens. But they definitely don't want Trump. That's for sure. Anyway, let's have a look at another news thing. Then we'll go back to the comments. Share our screen. Yeah, this came up, and I could believe this was allowed. But, what do you expect with London now? Christmas shopping hell. Protesters march down Oxford Street, ruining last-minute shopping for Britons. What was the mayor thinking? What were the Met thinking? What was anybody thinking allowing this on this day? We had this with Remembrance Day as well. The busiest time of the year in London, where the traders, the businesses can take a lot of money, and this happens. Now, if I was up there with my family in London, personally, I'm not going anywhere near it. And, it's going to put a lot of people off. Absolutely disgraceful. People have a right to protest. Of course they do. But surely there is a time and a place for it. And surely this isn't it any more than it was Remembrance. It was bad, that. Really bad timing. They did the same thing in New York City. Terrible, Laura says. You're joking me. And the problem is the police are toothless as well. Either they're toothless or there's no authority like they used to. I stand corrected, Anthony P. He never thinks. I should have known better, shouldn't I? I should have known better. Yes, right. Back to the comments. Before I do, anybody that's on here, can you make sure you hit the like button if you just joined us? Subscribe to the channel if you are new, or make sure you still have if you have been here for a while because of the YouTube shenanigans. We're doing well. We're doing well. We're getting somewhere near 69,000 actually, and I'd like to see that continue to go up. Stuart Hawes, Texas and Ohio are threatening to remove Biden if Trump doesn't get back on as it's election tampering. Yeah, there was another candidate who removed himself, I think, from the Colorado ballot in solidarity with Trump. I remember reading. I can't remember his name off the top of my head, but I certainly remember it. Gary, 5 states have removed Biden from their ballots. This backfired on them. Yeah, it's the old won't go broke, isn't it, Gary? They try and scrub one out and they end up cancelling themselves. There we go. Phallus, Andy the Gabby Cabby, you had the new prices for your gas and power bill yet? I think I have. I'm not sure what they are. I think I have. I'll have to have another look. Rebellious J, £2 super chat. 4 now. Thank you very much for all 4. Appreciate it very much. Julie, I thought they got new papers here when they got their asylums granted. Yeah, that's those that did get them granted. So what papers did they get? All I want for Christmas is my country back. It used to be 2 front teeth, didn't it? Here we go. Andrew, Merry Christmas as a London cabbie. You're a legend. You all are. Bless you, Andrew. Thank you very much. Appreciate that. Steve Allen, daughter had Xmas presents stolen from her car last night. Relay theft. Good news. The police have caught the person in question. Presents to be returned tomorrow. Thanks to their good work. What police force was that? We give them a well-deserved shout out. That's good. Anna Perkins, if Jojo gets in again, it will effectively be, Barry's 4th term. Absolutely. Somebody's pulling the strings back there, aren't they? Hi, Pete. Good to see you. Thank you for joining. Rebellious Jay's at it again. £2 super chat. England needs a Revo Lou. Yes, one of those. Absolutely. Definitely. West Midlands. Oh, okay. Very interesting. Very interesting. It's good to see when they actually pull their finger out, isn't it? I had a conversation tonight with my dad. As I said at the beginning of this live, I went for a beer with him beforehand, and he's an ex-police officer. He joined in the 70s, did 22 years. And, talking about the way it was then and the way it is now, bit of an eye-opener. Very, very much an eye-opener. And, it's a shit state of affairs these days. It really is. Right. The next thing. Is anybody on here in receipt of PIP, personal independence payment? Let me know. Laura, give me some 90s. Yeah, Sharpie, I agree with you. It is a bit sad. Sylvia, no. Another £2 super chat coming from Michael Bolton. Thank you very much. Merry Christmas to you too. Appreciate it. Yeah, there's a couple on PIP in here. Yes, on the high rate. That's Darren. Yeah, the reason I say somebody sent me an email before I come on, something about some freebie bits you can get. I'll run through that. Reform BBC, £5 super chat. Have a beer on me, Andy. Merry Christmas. Thanks for all your shout outs to my channel. Thanks for everybody for your support. Absolutely, you're welcome. Another one from Rebellious J. My mum is on PIP. Thank you very much. Appreciate that for the support. Right. So this is what I got sent. I haven't actually read it yet. I thought we'd go through it together, just if it come into any usefulness for anybody. PIP claimants can save thousands with these 8 freebies and discounts. So let's see what this is about. I put it full screen so you can see. Stereotypical picture there. So some of it might be teaching you to suck eggs already. You never know. So millions of people claiming PIP could be entitled to a range of freebies and discounts to help with living costs, free bus passes and NHS prescriptions to a 30 grand grant. The support varies, making it key for people to, if there's anything they may be able to benefit from. As of July 2023, 3 million claimants entitled to the DWP's PIP benefit. Okay, disabled facilities grant. People who claim benefits for a disability in England could qualify for a grant of up to 30 grand to make changes to their home. Claimants in Wales and Northern Ireland could be eligible for grants of up to 36 and 25. The money can be used to pay for improvements such as installing a walk-in shower, stair lift, widening doors, installing ramps and rails for greater ease. Free bus pass is another one. Free NHS prescriptions is another one. Again, this might be teaching people to suck eggs. You never know. Vehicle tax exemption. PIP claimants who receive the mobility component of the benefit can claim vehicle tax exemption, which can reduce the price by 50% to 100%. People who receive the standard rate of mobility component can be entitled to 50% off. Those who receive the enhanced get 100%. Council tax reduction. PIP claimants may be entitled to receive a discount worth up to 100% on their council tax bill, depending on the component and the rate of PIP they're claiming. Blue badge, you get one of those. Costs up to £10 in England, £20 in Scotland. Disabled persons rail card, so discounted rail. I hear Sadiq Khan's talking about putting all that up if you're travelling around London. Discounted TV license. Here's a discount for you. Don't pay it. There's a little bit of information there. So some, I don't know whether it's all useful, but, you know, some little tidbits there. If I put that as a comment, and then people can read that at their own leisure and see if anything is useful. Facebook, that's gone all the way through. Brilliant. I know that StreamYard has made a change, which I was told about before I come on, where comments on Twitter come up now. I know that we have some people watching on Twitter, so your comments should come up on there. So that's pretty cool. Bar Brady, low price broadband. Yes, I did a piece on social tariffs the other day as well, wherein you can get cheaper broadband if you're on any kind of benefit, which again will help. So, you know, the support's there if needed. That's for people that do generally need it. Now let's have a look at some more of these comments. Stuart Hawes, with Biden, the world went to poop. With Trump, there was fuel pipe being built, border wall in progress, fuel prices at $1, and the East were quiet, including Russia. Biden versus Trump. Trump, yeah, exactly. You know, you can say what you want, but there wasn't half the problems, was there? Stuart B. The protesters also blocked Carnaby Street and protest. Yeah. Why was that allowed? Well, you know, to go ahead now. Why now? Unbelievable. Who wants the SPG back? I don't. That's Sharpie. Kaz, I'm on PIP, same as my Polish neighbour. Nothing wrong with him, been here 10 years, never worked a day. This makes me absolutely sick. You know, there are those that need it and those that rely on it, and those that pretend they need it, those that pretend they've got a problem. You know, it could be ex-forces personnel that don't want to do any more with their lives. It could be someone that's worked in a meat shop for 30 years that don't want to do any more with their lives. Or it could be a relative of theirs taking the piss out of the system. There is so much wrong with it, and so many people that, you know, create a bad impression for those genuinely in need. You know, it's awful when you read where people do defraud, and people that get caught out, they should be thrown to the wolves. They really should. It is really, really bad. Stuart Hawes, those on PIP can get car tax cheap or free. Absolutely. It said it in that article, didn't it? So it's all useful information. Anna Perkins, many health conditions can attract attendance allowance. Very well worth looking into. Definitely. I mean, we have a situation in our family where, you know, we had to look at that kind of thing for a family member. And the point is, there's lots of stuff out there that is available that people may not know about. You know, I wouldn't call it ignorance. I'd just call it lack of knowledge. People literally just don't know about it. This is the thing. Stuart, once you fill out the tax stuff for PIP on post office, the rest is done online each year. It's easy. Okay, excellent. That's handy to know. Well, hopefully with, you know, older people that have to get it, and, you know, will they get access to that facility, and will it be easy? That's another thing to consider, isn't it? People getting the help. I've got a question now. What's everybody doing for Christmas? I want to see what your plans are. Us, Dazza, Merry Christmas, Andy. Keep up the good work. Thank you very much. Same to you. We're going to be at home. Got my mum coming round. Got my mother-in-law coming round. We got typical traditional Christmas, all the trimmings and everything else. That'll be good. Lots of leftovers Boxing Day. Got a little bit of work in between the two. And then probably plenty of this on New Year's, definitely. Getting pissed. What's pithed? Is that pissed when you're sober? Pete cooking and eating. Nigel the handyman's decorating. Going to try a cut down version and treating it pretty much as another day on the calendar. That's Anna Perkins. Yeah, I had a conversation this evening with some family. You know, if it wasn't for grandchildren and that, you'd think, well, I'll sod it. You know, Sylvia at my daughter's for Christmas in Sussex. Make sure you have a good time. Morris's monkey. I'm on the Todd with some tinnies. Plenty like that. You know, get yourself in front of the box, and yeah, you know, make the best of it. You know, if you've got friends or anything, make sure you can have a conversation with them during the day. Make sure you're okay, and have a good time with it. There are going to be people alone out there. That's the thing. What I've got tomorrow, I've done some videos. There's going to be 4 videos coming out. In fact, I'll show you my background that I picked for all those. If I can find it. Yeah, tomorrow, when I'm actually on, I'll be in my Christmas hideout. See, I can do that. And that's going to be the background of my videos tomorrow. So a little preview. So I'm going to jump straight back in my garage there. My family and I will be sitting around a candle. If it gets cold, we'll light it. It's that bad, isn't it? Jesus. I think we'll just leave the oven door open and just eat more. I think that's the thing, isn't it? But everybody's got all their own plans, one thing or another. Yeah, tomorrow I've got one coming out. I think it's 8 or 9 o'clock. Another coming out about 10 o'clock. And then there'll be another couple coming out in the afternoon. And what I've done really is dug out a couple of Christmas stories, which one of which really melted my heart. Yeah, I thought it was such a lovely story. Then there's another one as well. Just a couple of extra messages from me about what's going on. There'll be no live tomorrow. Obviously, we've got tonight instead. Christmas Day, apart from the videos, I won't be about. Boxing Day, nope, I won't be about. Now I'm going to try and do as much as possible in the gap between Boxing Day and New Year's. We'll have a live New Year's Eve, and then try and get back to it as quick as we can after that. And that'll be good. Reform BBC, love you to do a live with Richard Vibes. It would be great to see you both together. Great guys at work. He did a live with Russ not so long ago. Richard, he was open to that and did a live with him. That was cool. Genuine, down-to-earth, nice guy by all accounts, and that could be a good one. I love his opinion pieces. Richard does. He did a video not so long ago and painted a very, yeah, absolutely, Andrew. He painted a very idyllic picture of how life could be. Yeah, in any other way. I sat there and shut my eyes. I could almost see it. It was wonderful, absolutely wonderful. Hard Tulip. I know. I saw that. I couldn't believe it. With everything that's going on right now as well. Terry Cornwall, bring back conscription and include commas in. It's bloody diabolical. Absolutely. Yeah, a bit of discipline wouldn't go amiss, would it? Definitely. David Walker, Andy, I'm on PIP to replace my wheelchair accessible vehicle on mobility. I need to pay 29 grand advance pay. Wow. Where are you going to find 29 grand if you're in the position you're in? Terrible, isn't it? Steve Allen, forced retirement, last day of work, New Year's Eve. I'll be having a glass or two, I reckon. You make sure you do, Steve. And have a glass or two more for me as well. Anna, I can see by the comments here that there is the unacknowledged army of carers out there, all having to cope with varying degrees of caregiving and stress for 70 quid a week below minimum wage. Absolutely. My wife is one. She looks after my mother-in-law. My mother-in-law lives in a flat 5 minutes down the road, one of these warden-assisted places, and she's 87, a good 87, but my wife does so much for her, and by her own acknowledgement, she doesn't know where she'd be. My wife didn't do what she did do. My wife's cousin, similar situation with one of the aunties up the line, and there are so many out there that do so much and don't get any recognition whatsoever, and it's dead wrong. I saw that comment. Thank you, Blood, for starring it. Dazza, nothing wrong with the garage, mate. It's a man cave. We love them. We're hoping to see you on the punch bag a few rounds. Yeah, I put that punch bag up because I do a martial art to keep exercise and everything else, and really I do most of my stuff in the garden rather than in here on that heavy bag behind me. Hasn't got an awful lot of use, but I'm going to get some other bits and pieces for the new year and do a bit more training. That's some of the reason I've lost a bit of my beefcake around the old chin there. Let's have a look. Mark and Janice were lucky to be surrounded by family, but if we were on our own, this live chat would feel like you have company. We love it. Brilliant. Thank you for that comment. I mean that makes me feel good seeing comments like that, because there's so many people that do like tuning in here and listening to the live and chatting to everybody. That's why I try and release a few videos on Christmas Day as well, something to listen to, and you've got that little community bit where you can talk to each other. You know, that's what we've got here, and it's really, really great. 38 degrees. I've donated to Noel's ULEZ legal case today. Sorry, I still haven't registered details with Google. Yeah, I'm hoping very soon I'll be able to give you an update on what's going on with Noel with regard to ULEZ. It's one of those dodgy ones. I know what's going on, but I can't tell you anything until I've got the okay. It's when it eventually gets sorted, it will be big. It will be very big. I can guarantee you that. And with what Noel has told me here, it will make a lot of people very happy. But getting away from ULEZ for a second, I'm going to be getting Noel on for an interview, hopefully before the end of the year, because he's also involved with the child maintenance side of things, which I've started looking into. And again, there's so much information there, particularly if you're a parent that's separated from your other half, or you know, that kind of thing. You know, some very important information that could come to the fore. Hard Tulip, Andy, what martial art do you train in? Shotokan karate. I've been doing it for several years now. We had a grading just before Christmas where you get a new belt, and I got a new one, so quite pleased with that. And we go back to training on the 8th of January. So I've basically upped my training and watch what I eat. You know, I even drink transparent cans of lager. It all seems to work. Janice said you're wasting away, Andy. You know, I'm ashamed to admit I was so heavy when I first started. I've lost nearly 3 stone so far. If I can lose at least another one, I'll be a happy man, that's for sure. Judo is a life skill, everyone should know. Lifesaver, Andrew. Any martial art, really, you could say that. I mean, there's a lot more to it than just punching and kicking and yelling, and there's a lot of philosophy to some of it as well. And, you know, it can change you. It can really change you. I mean, it certainly calmed me down. Certainly calmed me down. Hard Tulip, I'm a brown belt. So I've had a green belt. I've had an orange belt. There was no blue belt in my one, but I'm now a brown belt. So doing all right. Mick Hardstaff, had my dustbin stolen last week. Cost me 26 quid for a new one. 26 quid? Bleeding heck. Well, what was that? Recycling, normal rubbish, something for the garden. What was it? I'll just see if I can find something here. Oh, my God. I'll tell you what, I'm a member of a couple of WhatsApp groups, and I end up with so much garbage dumped on my phone over the course of time. Unbelievable. There's a picture of my boy asleep. Oh, there you go. There's me just before December with the grading. So that's all good. And back to it on the 8th of January. So looking forward to that. Get some of that Christmas podge off, definitely. I'm doing nothing. I hate Christmas. Worst time for me. I hate it with a vengeance. A lot of people, again, feel like that, don't they, Dave? Bless you. I mean, it's bad memories, people lost, loss of routine, is all sorts of reasons. You know, it's pretty bad. Andy, did you feel the need to learn karate because of difficult customers as a taxi driver? What it was, a hard tulip, by my eldest lad did it years and years and years ago, and my weight, I mean, people mention my weight, but it's ballooned up and down for years. And I thought, I was going through a time where I thought, I've got to do something about this because I'm just fat, unhealthy, and not happy with myself. And I just said to my son's sensei, how do you do it? Yeah, you know, what do you do? He said, just turn up. So I did, and the rest is history. And, you know, it's absolutely great. Absolutely great. I mean, particularly now, I think to myself, 50 is getting closer. And the closer you get to 50, the harder it is to do something about it from that point and afterwards. And I think, well, I need to do something about it now. So I just work a lot harder on myself and my eating and everything else. And, you know, it'll fall into place. Funny thing is, everything falls into place sooner or later. Andy, why don't Londoners vote Khan out of office? Yeah, Mark, a lot of people say it's because of how the population's made up, I suppose. Is that why? Or is there some kind of rigging going on? We don't know, do we? This is a very big question. I'll be interested to see what happens next time, because there has been so many measures have been implemented which are unpopular. There's been so much done and said which has been equally unpopular. And if he gets in again, I would suggest that something could be very, very wrong somewhere. We'll have to see. Andy, have an EV, and with all what's in the news recently, I'm thinking of going back to a petrol next year before the battery warranty expires. I don't blame you. I really don't blame you. There is so much in there about that news, isn't there? Yeah, not great. Not great. Well, we've got 200 watching, and that's good to see on a live stream that's on another day. So thank you very much, everybody. Make sure the thumbs up is hit. Andy, how's the new heater in the garage? Well, it's off at the moment because it's actually warmed the garage up to a temperature which is quite acceptable right now. Evening, Andy. I'm 59 now. I've been fighting with my weight for a few years. I've given up now. I'm overweight, but not excessively. There'll be a point, I suppose, in anybody's life where you just think, fuck it. You know, why am I bothering now? It's not worth chasing anymore. But, you know, I'll keep going as long as I can, as long as I'm physically able to. Yeah, I am being diplomatic, very much so, Mark. That's for sure. Only showing 14 likes. I know the algorithm does some silly things sometimes, Stuart. It's like at the moment we've got nearly a couple of hundred watching. But when I finish this live and then come off of it, it will tell me, even though I've had all the likes, I've only got 14 people have watched it. It's doing some really silly things lately. Refreshed and it worked. Darren, us real Londoners do. I have twice, and next May, but it's the voting system. Yeah, I genuinely believe you could well be right there. Could well be right. Refresh work. That's great, Stuart. Brilliant. Pip says there's 172 likes. Well, that's about right for the amount of people watching. So that's good. That's good. Andy, here in Newcastle, I got into a taxi with an African taxi driver. He was a martial artist. A young drug dealer insisted that he went to a flat for drugs. Driver had to kick him in the leg for defence. Yeah, I've only ever had to take that sort of action once in my time. Once, where somebody didn't do as I told and could have caused a car crash if I didn't act on it. But, you know, less said about that, the better. And it was a few years ago. Malfunction, I did martial arts, a cross between, okay. Aikido and karate reached first down, but the people's pantomime got in the way and the venue closed us out and put spanner in the works. What was it called? I mean, my old man did Aikido in the army and the police force. And, you know, he tried teaching me a bit of it when I was younger. And you could kind of see the flow and using a person's momentum against them. It's really good. Okay, got all manner of different things there. Dog, hello to you, darling, in from Holland. Good to see you. Reebok Fleetfoot goes like this. The fit. Oh, wonderful. Right, I'm about ready to wrap it up, folks. For the evening. Thank you, everybody, for joining me on a Saturday night. As I said, I had to do it tonight. Wouldn't have been able to come out tomorrow. I won't be allowed. We've got too much to do. Casp65, been grateful to taxi drivers in my youth. Great people with common sense. We try to have some. Yeah, there'll be videos out. Played Spot the ULEZ camera today after leaving the M25 en route to Romford. How many did you see? Yeah, there'll be some videos coming out tomorrow for all of you guys. From, I think it's 8 or 9 o'clock in the morning. I can't remember which. And there'll be 4 of them as usual. Boxing Day, there won't be anything. I'll still be eating and drinking. And then 27th, 28th, 29th, and 30th, I'm going to try and do as much as possible. There'll be a live on New Year's Eve. Absolutely, Anna. Totally agree with you there. First every time. There'll be a live New Year's Eve for an hour from about 9 o'clock. And I might even try and have a dial in. We'll see what happens. See how we go with that. And then 1st of January, there'll be nothing. And then from the 2nd, normal service resumed. Those of you that don't make it for anything else between now and New Year's, I just want to take this opportunity to wish you all a very Merry Christmas, a prosperous 2024. Thank you so ever so much for all the support that you've shown me and this channel and everyone else throughout the year. It's very much appreciated, and let's go on next year and let's get this thing growing bigger and better than it's ever been. Appreciate it. Love you all and have a good time. Toodaloo.